Jari, would you like to say some words about Kurio?
Well, yeah, thank you, Tuija. As you mentioned, we're a social media agency and we help companies kind of like build bridges between the traditional media and the social media. And we do that by training and lecturing. We do that by doing a lot of research of our own regarding all the changes in the media landscape, and of course by delivering content, creating strategies for companies, and basically with those three: the training, the research, and then the actual creations that we do. That's how we help those companies.
Okay. So Jari, how do you perceive digital marketing has evolved during the past 10 years?
Well, 10 years, there has been a dramatic change, of course. If you think about, first of all, the impact that digital has had on marketing as general, it has been huge. I don't know if you can think of a marketing job opening that doesn't involve digital or require digital knowledge these days. So there's a huge change compared to 2005. But yeah, the biggest changes over the past 10 years or so. Well, first of all, I would say that there has been a huge change in those processes, that like internal processes of how we do marketing, and a lot of that has to do with the democratization of those processes. So, for example, if you are a marketing professional in a company, you can do a lot of those marketing outputs on your own these days that in the past 10, 20, whatever years have required a lot of external knowledge and help. So your major asset can be a YouTube video that you've created on your own, or a Facebook post that somehow manages to gather enormous amounts of engagement and thus also enormous reach in your audience. So that's one aspect of the democratization. And also the other part is that everyone in the company these days is somehow involved in the marketing process. So communication is on everyone's table, so to speak. So that's like one big change. The other one would be segmentation and how that has changed. We're moving towards like dynamic kind of segmentation where segments are being built every day as we speak, and these different kinds of tools help us do that, and we can move to segments of one, so to speak. So we're not delivering our assets to our marketing outputs to like 1, 2, or 3 big major segments, but we can divide the whole market into really up to the point where the segment is just one person. And that has to do a lot with marketing automatization, of course, and the tools that help you do that. Then engagement, is of course a big one. I don't think that before 2005 anyone was talking about customer engagement, but nowadays with social media, that is definitely a thing that everyone has been talking about for the past 5 years or so. So that has changed dramatically the way that we do marketing, because now we don't only want to change the opinions in the customer's head, but now we also want to make him or her express those feelings on their, for example, on social media profile. Then regarding that, of course, is the shift to inbound marketing. So not only do we do this push marketing that is outbound, the traditional, in the digital sphere, the traditional like display ads, but also we do inbound marketing, which can be also called content marketing or whatever. But that has changed the way that we think about marketing, because nowadays with the whole inbound marketing movement, we try and compete with more traditional media outlets when it comes to creating our marketing outputs. So if we do a video that we're trying to make into a viral video, then we're competing with the same time of the consumer has in their days that they would use for example, watching Game of Thrones. So that is a big change in the mindset of the marketing. And of course, if we're talking just about the devices and how the consumers are using their time on digital, of course the shift to mobile has been huge. There has been talk about mobile for the past 10 years at least, but nowadays it's really the number one device or platform that all the customers are using when they're logging online. It actually has, like, in the past, just like past 5 years, it has doubled the time that we spend on digital media. Just the thing that we do spend a lot of it on these mobile devices. It's not like it's taking time away from the time that we spend on desktop. It's more like it's just adding to it. So we're moving towards this 24/7 online, always on way of being online. So those are the 5 key things that I would say that have changed in the digital marketing landscape for the past 5 years, 10 years.